You type in your phone number at checkout, the register beeps, and suddenly your cereal is 50 cents cheaper. Feels like a win, right? You're getting the member price. You've got that little keychain card, and every time you scan it, you feel like you're beating the system. But what if I told you that every time you punch in those digits, the store is making way more off you? They're making 7 times more money than they're giving back in discounts. Today, I'll explain what grocery store loyalty programs are actually doing, like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll understand the exact dollar value of what you're trading every time you scan that card. You'll also learn why stores would rather lose you as a customer than let you shop without one. Here's what most people think is happening when they scan their card. The store gives you a discount to reward your loyalty, to thank you for shopping there instead of the place across the street. You scan your card, save a few bucks, everybody's happy. Wrong. That discount isn't a gift. It's actually a payment. And you're not the customer in this transaction. You're the product being sold. Let me break down what really happens when you scan that card. Imagine someone followed you through the store every week with a notebook. They write down everything you buy and everything you look at and put back. They track what time you show up and which aisles you skip, whether you buy name brand or generic, and if you grab organic milk or the regular stuff. How much you'll spend on ice cream, and whether you buy beer or juice boxes. They document all of it. Then they sell that notebook to other companies for actual money. That's what's happening every single time you scan. Every time you scan your card, you're creating data. And that data is worth way more than the discount they're giving you. The average shopper's data is worth about $247 per year to advertisers and consumer brands. You know what the average discount you get back is? Around $35 annually. You're trading something worth $247 for $35 in savings. That's like trading a PlayStation for a used board game. Here's where it gets interesting. Stores like Kroger make over $1 billion a year from selling your data. Not from selling groceries, but from selling information about you. Companies like Coca-Cola and Procter & Gamble pay big money to know exactly who's buying their products. They want to know if you're the type who buys Coke or Pepsi, if you switch brands when there's a sale or stay loyal, if you buy snacks at the same time as soda, if you have kids based on juice boxes in your cart. All of that helps them target you better and sell you more. It helps them decide what ads to show you online, what coupons to send your email and when to send them, what products to put where you'll definitely see them. And it's not just what you buy. What you don't buy tells them just as much. If you always skip the meat aisle, plant-based brands want to advertise to you. If you buy allergy medicine every spring, that's valuable data. If you suddenly start buying baby formula, you just got added to about 15 marketing lists you didn't sign up for. They know your patterns better than you do. The biggest misconception is that loyalty programs exist to reward loyal customers. They don't. They exist to make you identifiable. When someone pays cash without a loyalty card, that purchase is basically invisible. The store knows they sold cereal, but not who bought it or when they'll be back. But the second you scan a card or type your phone number, that anonymous sale becomes a data point attached to you. Now it's valuable. Now they can track trends. Now they can sell insights. The discount is just the smallest possible bribe to get you to show your ID every time you shop. Think about it like this. Imagine if Netflix paid you 50 cents every time you watched a show. But in exchange, they recorded everything you watched, how long you watched it, what you skipped, and what you replayed. Then they sold all that information to advertisers for $5 per person. You'd feel like Netflix was being generous. But really, they just bought your viewing data for 90% off. That's what grocery stores are doing. And here's the kicker. A lot of stores now have two-tier pricing. There's the normal price and the member price. But here's the trick. The member price is usually what the item used to cost before loyalty programs became standard. They inflated the regular price so the discount would look bigger. It's like if I sold you a sandwich for $20, then offered you a VIP deal for $8. I didn't save you $12. I made up a fake price to make the real price look like a bargain. You're not saving money. You're just paying the actual price, but only if you surrender your data first. Now, some people say they don't care if stores know they buy orange juice. And look, fair enough, but it's not just about privacy. It's about understanding the trade you're making. You're giving away something valuable, information about your habits, your preferences, your routines. And you're getting back a fraction of what it's worth. Maybe you like the keychain, but at least know what your bike was actually worth. This matters because we've all been conditioned to think loyalty programs are a generous perk. They're not. It's a business transaction where they've convinced you to accept way less than market value. You're selling something you didn't even know you were selling. And because everyone else does it, it feels normal. It feels rude to say no when the cashier asks for your phone number. But that social pressure is part of the design. They've made opting out inconvenient and uncomfortable, so you'll just go along with it. The wildest part? This data doesn't just stay with the grocery store. A lot of loyalty programs share or sell data to third-party brokers. These companies combine your grocery data with your credit card data, your social media activity, and your streaming habits. Suddenly, they've got a full profile. They know you're stressed because you bought ice cream 3 times last week. They know you're trying to eat healthier because you switched to wheat bread. They know you've got a dog, a kid in middle school, and buy a lot of sparkling water. All of that gets packaged up and sold to whoever wants to target you next. You scanned a keychain card for 50 cents off. They built a digital shadow of your entire life. So what can you actually do about it? Some people use fake phone numbers to get the discount without attaching it to their real identity. Some skip the card entirely and accept paying more as the cost of privacy. Some stores let you use a generic store card at checkout. You get the discount, they get the sale data, but it's not tied to you personally. And some people have decided they're fine with the trade. They figure their data's already out there anyway, might as well get cheaper groceries. None of these choices are wrong, but they should be choices you're making on purpose, not out of habit. There's also a bigger issue here. When stores make data collection mandatory for fair prices, they're essentially creating a privacy tax. People who can't or won't give up their data pay more for the same products. That disproportionately affects people who are privacy conscious or don't have phones or email addresses. It turns protecting your information into a luxury only some people can afford. The system works because most people don't realize the math is rigged. When you see "save $3.50" on your receipt, your brain registers that as winning. The store is counting on you never asking what they made off that transaction. They're counting on you never calculating that $247 they'll make from your yearly data versus that $35 they gave you back. They're counting on you thinking the discount is generous instead of recognizing it as payment for something valuable you're selling. To recap, loyalty cards exist to make your purchases trackable and valuable, not to reward you. The average shopper's data is worth $247 a year, but you're getting back about $35 in discounts. Stores like Kroger make over $1 billion annually selling insights about your shopping habits. Many member prices are just normal prices with inflated regular prices to make discounts look big. And your grocery data gets combined with everything else companies know about you to build detailed profiles they can sell. So here's the real question. Knowing that stores make 7 times more from your data than they give back in discounts, is that keychain card actually saving you money? Or are you just paying the privacy tax without realizing it?